Hey guys, it's Sonia, back with another video for you from It's Inside. And today I am going to talk about one of the level of planes of existence, which is the basic self, which is going to include the ego. And I'm not going to talk about the ego in a way where you need to get rid of it. I'm going to be discussing the ego in a way where we can make room for improvement to grow into a special human being that you are. So sit back and grab your seat and get comfortable, and let's jump in. I'll let the alarms pass first.
My brain playing my games, just up, I wanna escape. Sometimes I think it's too late. Too many problems wanna deflate. Same change on a different day. Out of touch with my fate. Can't recognize my face.
Still going, hold on, just one more moment. Okay, here we go. So the first plane of existence that I want to talk about is the most obvious one that we're constantly living all of these simultaneously, but the one that's in front of our face right now is the most obvious, is the physical plane. And at this level of awareness, we have the ego that is dominant here within this realm. And what the ego is, the ego acts like a mask. I would say it is what it relatively is. It's like a mask. So what ego is essentially is, it's like a buildup of all these experiences or all these things that you choose to portray as yourself. And in the beginning, ego is going to be based upon a lot of lies and a lot of different masks, because the main goal of ego is to be liked. And so when we're growing up, ego wants to be liked. So we go through a lot of different transitions while we're still young and we're still progressing. And ego also goes through all this too as well. And while the ego does like to be noticed and addressed and whatnot, its main priority is survival. And what better way to survive than to be liked? So ego likes to put on a facade. He likes to put on an act to get people to like this show that he's given out. When ego is disciplined the right way, ego can be a very, very great ally to have in your back pocket. Because once you learn to harness this energy for yourself, utilizing your ego will be very, very simple. And not only simple, but it'll be in the way you would like to utilize it. Like an example for this would be me using my ego to project myself onto these videos, because I know personally that my personality is pretty fascinating to the naked eye. If you have never met me, I know I can be a little unorthodox and a little strange and whatever, but this is my creation, and through discipline and determination, I have been properly able to control my ego. This is because I use the other planes as well to enhance my perception regarding this subject. But we will talk later about that. But for now, let's keep on talking. So once the ego is old enough to master the physical plane, their self becomes reactive within this plane, and they go after their wants rather than their needs. So what this is saying is that they're after momentary pleasure rather than long-term gain. And this is instinctive behavior. It's just like habitual. It's just like how I said, reactive. So they're not really thinking about where they're coming from. They're just reacting. They're just saying what the first thing on their mind is. They're not really considering anything else besides what they want and what they identify with. So ego has a desire for control, which is the reason why it's so reactive towards everything in its environment, because it always wants to be in control. When you have ego in proper alignment with your other levels of awareness, ego, how I said, could be your best ally. The reason for this is because it becomes your loyal servant. Whatever you say, and you act as one, instead of being scattered and all over the place. Like, what am I gonna do with myself? My thoughts are everywhere. I don't know my soul's purpose because I'm still identifying with things that are not authentic to me. Then once you align with your soul's purpose and the right thoughts that are coming to your head, you'll be able to create and function as a human being, as a creator that you're meant to be. And when you learn to do that, your ego is then motivated by compassion and love, because it's no longer self-seeking. It's no longer wanting to control everything, because there's nothing to control. Rather than there's more room to create different outcomes, create different realities, create a different environment. Once you align your ego identity with your spiritual self and your mental self, your physical life becomes more organized. How funny, right? Because you learn to become more patient, not only with yourself, but with other people as well. And with that, you allow room for mistakes and you allow room for growth. Because you understand as well that it is vital to have balanced expression within this human form in order to function at maximum potential. But nobody really wants to show us that potential, so we have to take it into our own hands to learn what that potential is. And you know your own potential. Don't let anybody outside of you dictate what your potential is. You know where you're going in life. You know what your soul likes, because that's you and that's your soul. You know what feels wrong, you know what feels right. Ego just keeps you holding on to a false identity. I just want to let you know that ego is still on your side. Even if you release all these things that are no longer serving you, you're not going to become some boring person that doesn't know how to talk, that doesn't have a personality. Actually, you'll probably have more personality once you deal with your ego. Because there's so many variations of emotions that we could choose from at this point in order to consciously create our reality. It's just like searching through which one do I want to wear today? This one, or that one? It's a whole spectrum, but You get the idea. This personal journey is to transform your mental state and your spiritual state and your physical state from being the victim into transmuting that into being the victor within yourself. Because we can't help save everybody, but first we can help save ourselves. Because if it doesn't start with us, who is it going to start with? If it doesn't start with us, then we're not truly healing. Because if you're healing for somebody else, you're not healing for yourself. You need to heal yourself first before you can heal others. No matter how much you want to heal other people or how much you want to help other people, your priority should be you. You should be holding your own hand first, making sure that you're fine mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, every way. That's your responsibility. That's the only responsibility you have besides giving that responsibility back to the world after you've given it to yourself. And it's so funny because there's no timing and there's no agenda. Everyone is on their own path. They're on their own path to remember who they are. They're on their own path to either be a part of this matrix or to help break free from it. And everyone that watches these videos has that opportunity to consciously choose the reality that they set foot in. Every second, every day, every moment that you have, you're constantly in a different reality than before. Constantly shifting in and out of the different planes that are in front of us. It's my intention to help you know you and build that relationship better so that you may function properly within this realm of reality, within this place we call Earth, because the whole world is our home. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, you guys. I hope you guys stay well, stay blessed, and be happy, because it's always a choice.